Welcome back. I'm Joyful Jaye. I know that. You already know that. A friend of mine gave me a package of tie-dye things that she thought she was going to use with her grandchildren, and they did not. I have never, I've tie-dyed in a group of people with somebody else being the instructor. I've never tie-dyed in my own house and my own kitchen. But you know what? I have been bleaching a pair of white socks because guess what? Joyful Jaye walked around in her stocking feet through a mud puddle. Yeah, I live in the swamp and sometimes that stuff happens. Anyway, I thought the bleach would take it out. Did not do it. So I'm like, oh, let's tie dye. So that's what we're going to do. I had no clue how to do it. But look at all this beautiful stuff that my friend gave me. Shout out to her. She knows who she is. I hope she's watching. And she included the instructions. Create basic tie-dye project kit. Now, this is a kit, but I'm not going to do the project. There's no perfect, remember, there's no perfect way to tie-dye. That's music to my ears. So, can we tie-dye a pair of stained socks? If this works, bam, Jaye will be way joyful. All right, set up the workspace. Protect it with a plastic bag. Oops, we're gonna have to be back. Look what's missing, a plastic bag. Pre-wash the fabric. Well, that's been sitting in bleach water. I have rinsed them. Oh, maybe not. Mix up the dye. Wearing protective gloves. Add water to a dye bottle and fill to the neck. Replace the cap tightly. Shake until dye is dissolved. Use full strength for intense colors. For a lighter shade of color, add more water using extra bottle if needed. Apply dye within 24 hours after mixing. Okay, so these socks are going to be one color, so I don't have to, they're just going to be one color because I will not be tie-dyeing for a long period like today and tomorrow. I've got other things to do today. This was absolutely not on my agenda for creating. However, when the opportunity strikes, go after it. It's like, if it's the day to make hay, go make hay. We'll be back after I do a little bit more pre-setup. All right, I'm back. Instead of like a good trash bag, I'm just recycling a hobby trash bag because, let's face it, it's socks. They're not very big. But I am going to tape it down just so it doesn't move. Oh, I forgot rubber gloves. Okay, I got to go get rubber gloves. And I'm going to extend my space all the way over to here just in case. All right. What color? Let's pick the color before I go get the dye. Pink, fuchsia, red, orange, yellow, lime, green, teal, turquoise, blue, purple, or black. All right, I have a pair of shoes that I want to match colors. I'm going to go get the shoes and get gloves. Yeah. Okay. The challenges of doing YouTube without a script. Right here. Because I was not prepared. You know what? It's how I have to do some days, is I'm flying by the seat of my pants. So I decided to get an apron. I have my shoes. So I live in Florida, and flip-flops over the years have ruined my feet. I can't wear flip-flops anymore. But these right here, they're not Crocs. I don't even know what they're called. But they are so comfortable. My toes, I need to be able to do yoga toes. So this would be yoga fingers. Just imagine walking around with yoga toes. Like if this is a yoga finger, you can imagine what a yoga toe looks like. I can do my yoga toes in here. So there's some lavender, there's some teal, and there is some peach color. I like to wear socks with these because this waffle in here, if I wear these shoes for 8 or 9 hours a day, it kind of gets to the bottom of my feet. So socks help. So I can coordinate a pair of tie-dye socks with these shoes. I'm excited about that. Don't see anything else in the little bag. So we are going to go with Cosmic Purple because I couldn't find a turquoise. Do not look a gift horse in the mouth and complain. That is never a good idea. Be grateful for the gift horse and make the best of it. Let's put the gloves on. Let's put some water in here, all the way to the neck, it said. And I'm doing it over a bucket just in case I dribble color. This is my kitchen. And this is going to seem like such a waste because that's a lot of dye. And these are little socks. But that's okay. She gave me a lot of stuff. It will be okay. I feel like I need to put this in a pan. Whenever I've done tie-dye previously, we put it on an old plate or in a pan to keep all of the liquid contained. I have to think about a container that I can use. I surely have some kind of old Tupperware thing. These are pretty little. All right, here we go again. I am not 100% prepared. I don't know if I'll keep all this stuff in the video or if it will get cut. However, I need to get a little Tupperware. I'll be right back. I couldn't find anything that I'm willing to dispose of. I purge a lot, but my husband's getting ready to throw away his distilled water jug, and I'm like, the bottom of that jug will be perfect, along with a sharp knife. I do not attempt this by yourself. It could be bad. Ooh, you're gonna have to play music during this piece of it because this is crazy loud. If you've watched any of my other videos, you're going to know that I like to use those things that I already have laying around. And if I can repurpose them, that's all the better. So anyway, we'll figure out what can we do with that. I've seen lots of things happen with this part of the jug. We'll figure it out later. Okay. Now I have my container. Now I'll put my socks in. I'm going to put one sock on each side. I don't know if you can see that. This, I believe, is shaken up. Oh, I don't have my gloves on. I forgot to put my gloves back on. Ugh. Just what I need is to go back to work on Monday with purple hands. That would be bad. All right. The top is off, and of course, look, there's purple. All right. Oh, and it gets everywhere. So I'm just going to lay it out on there and see what happens, my friends. I have no clue. I am going to leave a little bit of white where I can see a little white here and there. Pretty sure this purple is going to cover up the dirty part of the sock way better than the teal would have. So in the long run, purple may have been the better choice. We'll only be able to tell in 6 or 8 hours. Look, I barely used any right here. So I have 24 hours to come up with something else to tie dye in purple. Yeah, we'll be back later. I'm going to set the timer for 8 hours. See you in a bit. I'm rinsing things off in my bucket. Don't want things stained. So I have to wrap those up in plastic. And look, I have plastic right here. I'm just going to leave them in this container. I'm going to reuse my tape if I can. Nope, it says no. The tape said no. The tape is saying no, Jay. Which is fine. I'm going to put a piece of tape on there. And hopefully no one throws this away today. All right, we'll see you later. It has not been 6 hours. There's socks. I have other things to do. It has been I did this earlier at like 9 o'clock, and now it's 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 2. So it's been like 4 hours. And it's purple. And there's socks. So I'm not going to get hung up on it. But we are going to rinse them out. And look, I think they're going to be okay. I need to take the rubber bands off. And then we need to rinse them out. Maybe they won't be purple. Maybe because I'm rinsing them too soon, they will be blue. But it'll be alright. And unfortunately, from what I'm seeing, you can you can still see the dirty part of the sock. You know what? I have more dye. And I might just do the dye. Ooh, that's awfully loud. I might just do the dye without the rubber bands and just put it on the dirty part of the sock. That's interesting, right? So this sock I'm not gonna rinse. Look at it. It does look a little tie-dye though, doesn't it? There's a little tie-dye effect with that sock. Yeah, on the heel. If I don't rinse it, you can't see the dirt. But I do need to rinse it just because these two need to match at this point in time. And then I'll put more. Um, I may have to soak these all the way until tomorrow. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I am going to cover that. I'm just going to put the dye on. Everything I do, it's always an experiment. Maybe I should have put on mine. I'm just splattering purple dye and mixing these up with some purple dye. So now it'll have purple and blue. So that's kind of tie-dye-ish. And those shoes have purple and blue. All right, that's going to be it. I'm not going to be able to finish the video today. That's okay. We will wait until another day. Tomorrow, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow. Oh, it'll be fun. I tend to be impatient. Yep, that is a fault of mine, but it's okay. Welcome back. It has been 24 hours, maybe a little bit more. We're going to see what the tie-dye frocks look like. They may not be tie-dye, but they'll be purple, I hope. All right, let's open it up here. Ooh, they are purple. Now, if we rinse it, let's see if they stay purple. Oh, not so much. Not so much. But they're blue. My shoes that I would wear these with are blue. So I would use them. I would do that. I would do the blue. I'm kind of sad that it's not purple. It's been in there for a really long time. Alright. Alright, so let me know in the comments. Oh, the unfortunate thing, the socks are now blue, but the dirty part didn't come out. Oh well, sometimes experiments work and sometimes they don't. Thanks for visiting. I am Joyful Jaye. A thumbs up, a comment, and a subscribe is hugely helpful for this channel. All right, I will see you another